Welcome back, everybody, to the No Money Spent series. This is going to be episode 33. I'm very excited to get this one started. Again, I am sorry for the massive delay on this video. I'm trying to remain consistent, but it's very difficult. So, like I said, we're going to start out by getting into some ranked with this new Reggie Jackson. I think I can say that. We did get him in the last video, and we did not get a chance to try him out. We're going to be playing a guy that has 89 overall, Nate Pearson on the bump. This is actually a decent challenge for me because, as you know, Pearson throws absolute gas. This guy's 10-8, playing and ship it. We'll see how this game goes. And we start off with a nice little single from Vidal Brujan. I was gonna push two, but there really wasn't a ton of reason with Reggie Jackson stepping up to the dish. And we're gonna go ahead and take that one into right field with Reggie Jackson. A fantastic first at bat, getting it through the hole in the infield and taking advantage. It's gonna go ahead and get behind Carlos Santana, and we're gonna take second and third now. Buster Posey grounds out, but it is still a run, so not a bad out. We could not bring in Reggie though. Nick Lodolo was dealing. You can go ahead and get the strikeout right there. Taylor Trammell now. We're going to go ahead and take ball 4. And considering Trammell has 94 speed, 94 stealing, that's not a good idea. And we're going to go ahead and just take off first pitch, and we're way in ahead of the throw. Now we got a runner in scoring position with only one out, and Vidal Brujan rips that one up the middle, and we're gonna go ahead and get an RBI single. That is how you move a runner, and that is how you get him home. No steal with Brujan, but it doesn't matter. Reggie Jackson hits an absolute moonshot, no doubt about it, against Nate Pearson. That is what Reggie Jackson came in here to do. He came in here to hit moonshots and force rage quits. We end up getting the rage quit there. And it's going to go ahead and put us at 4-8. Like I said, Jacob deGrom shows up on our post-game rewards. I'm in a little bit of shock right now. I do not want to tap X, but I got to do it. I got to see if we can get Jacob deGrom. And we do not get Jacob deGrom. But nevertheless, it was still fun to think that we could have gotten deGrom from a post-game reward. Now we're going to go ahead and get into another one because that one was kind of short. And this guy's team is not nearly as good as mine. He's got that 95 Madrigal, Keith Hernandez, a couple of the Players League guys, Andre Dawson and Pudge. Does have Maddox on the bump though, and I have not played Greg Maddox yet this year. Believe it or not, I have not. We're gonna go ahead and give Lodolo a second chance on the bump because he really only got to throw a few innings. And Lodolo was dealing, gets a strikeout on Joey Gallo. Now Brujan continues to get base hits and continues to put himself on base with a single. Been loving this Brujan card just for getting on base and getting over, because that's going to be another steal. For whatever reason, guys do not respect the steal in some of these lower divisions. So now Buster Posey trying to get it into the gap, just a little low though, and it is going to be a line out to Madrigal. We're going to go ahead and bring in Roy Oswalt. And this guy's getting the prestige treatment. By that, I mean I'm going to go ahead and bring in Roy Oswalt, try to work on his prestige because this man's swinging at everything. So those are just two examples of him swinging at everything, but that's what I'm doing here. If I see a guy that isn't nearly as good at the game, I'm going to go ahead and take advantage with Roy Oswalt and try to get some of those prestige stats in. So now Reggie Jackson hits the ball, and that looks like it could go, but it's gonna die right at the track. So we still have not gotten a run on this guy, and he's holding his own right now. Buster Posey though is able to take it down the line for a single. It's gonna get us a base runner with 2 down in the 4th, And Didi Gregorius is going to step up to the dish. And Didi Gregorius, I just missed that ball with Didi. That is a little bit unfortunate because if I had taken that the other way, we probably could have gotten second and third. But I tried to pull it, and it didn't end up working. Brandon Marsh, though, squares up a baseball, and I do feel bad for this. You can't really control that. That's just another sort of fielding glitch that SES should probably patch, but tough luck. Now Alex Kirilloff hits another rope out to right field, and that's going to go ahead and give us our first run of this ball game. Taylor Trammell steps in now. Taylor Trammell puts it up the middle. It gets past Bo Bichette. So now we got 2 runners on, starting to really threaten against Greg Maddux. And then Vidal Brujan, a perfect fly ball on a changeup, and it dies at the track. So a couple balls this game have already died at the track. We'll see if it continues, but it is a little bit unfortunate that that's happening. Reggie Jackson, though, with the Gold Glove defense. Not really, but it was nice to see him get over to that ball. Just showing the range Reggie Jackson was. Speaking of Reggie Jackson, we're gonna take another hit up the middle, or sort of, not really up the middle, but you know what I mean. Buster Posey now able to take the hanging sinker and put it in the gap. Reggie Jackson's going to go ahead and score from first base, and that's going to give us our second run of the ball game. Now Didi Gregorius steps in again, and Didi takes another low sinker, and it's at the warning track again. Buster Posey, though, we're going to tag up. There's not a whole lot of reason to tag up because he's probably going to score on a single anyway, but we might as well try. And that was what this guy was doing with Maddux. He was dotting the corners for the most part all game. But Marsh fishes out the circle change from below the zone and is able to hit another ball up that sort of in between that second and first base gap. Now Alex Kirilloff squares up a baseball, and Brandon Marsh is once again going to score from first base. So that's going to give us a 4-0 lead, and we're really starting to pack it on here. We're going to go ahead and keep in Oswalt because, like I said, I need those prestige stats, and Oswalt actually puts a pretty good bat on the ball there. Unfortunately, it's right to Andre Dawson, so that's going to end the inning. We're starting to strike, but we got to keep it up with these strikeouts. So Roy Oswalt continues to prove that he can get prestige stats. I do now regret locking in Roy Oswalt. Probably one of the worst decisions I've made on this series, but Taylor Trammell hits another home run. Taylor Trammell, one of my favorite Affinity rewards of this entire Affinity. So I've really enjoyed Taylor Trammell as a stage 2 reward. I've also enjoyed using this Vidal Brujan, and he continues to show why he is worth it to stay on my team. Another amazing play. I'm not entirely sure what this guy was doing. I think that he thought that ball was a line out, and so he was trying to double me up at third, but it in fact was not. Buster Posey puts another ball down the line. This time it's hit a little bit harder, and that's going to get to the gap. Reggie is going to go home from third base, and we are just in ahead of the throw. That is going to give us a 7-0 lead. This guy was hanging in for a while there, but at this point, he kind of started to sputter a little bit. Brandon Marsh now gets another curveball that sort of hung in the zone, and he's going to go ahead and take that out. Brandon Marsh, fantastic Affinity card, along with Ohtani. I think the Angels is going to give you a great value if you do choose to play that. We're going to get another single. Like I said, I was just able to put these balls in the gap, and Reggie Jackson is going to go ahead and give us a walk-off home run. Reggie Jackson with a walk-off 2-run shot for the mercy rule. I just thought it was kind of funny. It's not technically a walk-off, but it shows the walk-off animation. We do end up getting a mercy on this guy. Like I said, he hung in there for the first 4-5 5 innings, but after that, Maddox just became too predictable to hit, and I ended up getting the victory against this guy. Like I said, considering his team, he did really well. He played amazing. Brandon Marsh ended up being the player of the game for us, and we actually got that Andre Dawson mission done. So I said again, we'll do these in fair time. Andre Dawson, we get that program done. We also get Daniel Murphy as a game reward. Along with that, we get pennant race. We're going to go ahead and pick up this Keith Folk. I'll probably end up selling him, but I might try him out in the pen before I do. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the most exciting part of this episode. And as you can see, I'm putting in orders for Rockies and Dodgers. And you might know what's happening if you've been tuning into the series. But it means we're going to go ahead and pick up 99 overall Gary Sheffield. This card looks insane. He's going to be probably one of the best hitters all year in this game. He's got a great arm. He's got a secondary at third base. I love the ability to play him in the infield. That's probably where I will be playing him for the most part because he is an outfielder. We're just going through, though, putting in these orders on Rockies and Dodgers. Come back in a few seconds after all these orders are done going through. So you may realize we are a tad bit short on stubs. So we had to do the unthinkable. We have to do silver to gold exchanges. By no means are these worth it, but I need it for the stubs. So we were in fact a few thousand stubs short, and like I said, I ended up putting in these no sells for the most part, and that went ahead and gave us some exchange packs for golds. It is a way to turn no sell cards into stubs. It is not the best way. I would probably save them for Affinity exchanges if you could. But I had to make an executive decision that I didn't want to go in and play a few more games. I just wanted to get this NL done right now. So we got 5 gold exchange packs. The first one is Juan Soto. Pretty good gold right there. Anthony Rizzo, another good gold, back-to-back 83s, and there we go. That's kind of what I was expecting. Andrew Miller, we're just going to go ahead and quick sell him. Now we got Sonny Gray, we're also just going to quick sell him. And now we've gotten the Rockies done. And that's going to go ahead and give us the 85 Adam Ottavino. I actually like this card a lot. His release is kind of tough to pick up, so we will definitely be using him in the bullpen. It sucks that he's an 85. So now we got 155,000 stubs. We're a few thousand stubs short of Mr. Bellinger. So I had to do, again, I never recommend doing this. Always take your time to put in orders. But I just ended up selling Rizzo. And now with about 600 stubs left, you can see how close I was cutting it. There were actually times in this bidding war where I actually could not afford to put in a top order. So I had to wait until somebody's order went through. That's the type of dedication I was putting into this Bellinger. It was probably about an hour's worth of waiting with orders, and we finally ended up getting Cody Bellinger. So now we can lock in all of the Dodgers, go ahead and claim our 92 overall Mike Piazza, who is actually a very good catcher, especially against lefties. So really, really good. The only problem, if you have enough money to do the Dodgers, you can probably afford a better catcher, but in terms of collection rewards, he's actually pretty good. And now we're going to go ahead and lock in all 5 of the divisional cards for the NL West. We're going to get this 93 overall Tony Gwynn. I don't really see myself doing or using this Tony Gwynn very much. I don't know, just 36 power from both sides just isn't enough for me. He's not fast enough. And contact is not really the meta this year, but we're going to need him to lock in with Willie Stargell and Mike Schmidt. There we go. 99 overall. Gary Sheffield is added to the team. Great arm, and obviously every single hitting stat is above 100. This guy is going to be a beast. He's going to be on my team for a while. And there we go. So now we move on to the AL East and the AL West. We only have 2 more divisions until we get 99 overall Craig Biggio and Mickey Mantle. As you can see, man, the Sheffield stats are just ridiculous. Great arm, decent speed, but I mean, come on. You go for the hitting stats. 107, 106 for contact, 110, 121 for power, along with 104 vision. We're going to end up playing him at third base because he does still stay over 60 fielding, and he's got an arm, so he definitely should be playing third base. Also, I like Trammell and Marsh way too much in the outfield. I kind of debated where I was going to put some of these guys. I did end up taking out Alex Kirilloff and putting in Mike Piazza as a backup catcher. I also put in Nolan Arenado at first base just to try him out. Again, he probably won't be playing on the team very long, but we're going to go ahead here and get into one final game to see what is up with Sheffield, what is up with Arenado, and we're going to try to obviously get the victory. We're going to put Kyle Wright on the bump. This guy's got Mackenzie Gore. This team is really weird. So he's done the Padres collection, I believe that is, for Steve Finley. He's also got Fernando Tatis, but got Corey Dickerson and Brian Anderson. I don't know what this guy's team is. He's 94 and 84. We should not be losing here. I definitely think he has better cards. He might be doing a daily mission or something, but Taylor Trammell is going to start out the game against Mackenzie Gore with a no doubt shot. It just did stay fair, but Taylor Trammell able to capitalize. Like I said, one of my favorite Affinity cards, definitely slept on. We're going to go ahead and take the walk with Reggie, and I'm going to show you this entire at bat with Sheffield just to prove a point, if you will. This guy did not want to take any risks with Gary Sheffield. As you can see, almost all these balls he threw were not competitive. They weren't very close to the zone. And yeah, man, you got to be careful against Sheffield, especially if you have a lefty. And I think this proves it. We ended up baiting out a Corey Kluber after 3 non-competitive pitches. I shouldn't even say baiting out. He just brought in Corey Kluber. This guy's playstyle is kind of weird, and I'll show it later in the video, but we end up taking the 4-pitch walk with Sheffield, and then my trash ass ends up grounding into a double play with Didi, so that's going to ruin any shot at more runs getting put up on the board. But Brandon Marsh, again, takes the low curveball. It wasn't low enough. Like I said, he brought in Clark Schmidt now. I really didn't have any idea what this guy was doing, but he brought in Clark Schmidt after a very short stint with Kluber. Now he has Emilio Pagan in the game. Arenado, though, has the bases loaded, has an opportunity, and I choke it. But it is going to go ahead and give us a sac fly. Marsh is going to get home. And Vidal Brujan is going to move to third base. So now we got the corners with 99 overall Reggie Jackson. He's been a beast for me so far. As you can see, 2 walks in this game. He's been pretty scared to pitch to him. I do miss that high fastball, but we end up taking the inside changeup, and that's going to go ahead and give us another runner. Like I said, we were not able to capitalize in the last inning. And now Gary Sheffield steps in again. This guy, very confused. He brings in Doolittle now. Again, I'm not entirely sure his team or his play style. It was very interesting to see. But Sheffield takes it up the middle. I believe that says 111 miles per hour right there. We are going to hold up at first base. We almost got caught on the back pick, but we do still stay with runners on the corners. And thank goodness Didi Gregorius did not ground into another double play. Because this first baseman has some trouble, it is going to stay as just a put out, and now Sheffield is going to stay at third. We almost got back picked again. Buster Posey able to get a single, and now Brandon Marsh steps in, and Brandon Marsh hits into a double play. So again, I'm a trash can. I can take that. I am a trash can. I'm going to give Ottavino some work, and Ottavino makes a good pitch, but Sheffield makes a better play at third base. Where's the SportsCenter top 10 to end the game? Gary Sheffield makes a diving play, gets up, and throws him out. That is a fantastic play from Gary Sheffield. Also proving that fielding doesn't actually matter in this game. Anyways, before we exit today, we're going to hop into a few showdowns. Adam Dunn going to hit the 3-run bomb, and that's going to go ahead and give us the showdown victory. I have been playing showdown. I won't stop playing showdown because, again, the rewards are so rewarding, for a lack of better words. We're going to keep playing showdown. We're going to keep taking advantage of the opportunities that SDS gives us. Hopping back into the same showdown, and Max Muncy this time is able to get it done, get us that last 16th run that we needed. And now we are stockpiling vouchers for Team Affinity. Again, keep in mind this was recorded a while ago. I have to get better about editing these videos faster. And we're going to go ahead and get the Cardinals done here for Team Affinity. Not a fan of the Cardinals, but, you know, sometimes their cards are too good to pass up, and this Nolan Gorman was exactly that. So we end up getting these early stage 1 NL Centrals done, and that's going to give us enough, obviously, for Yadi Molina. Now we got stage 2. We did enough vouchers, and we're going to be able to get this Affinity done entirely for free. We're also going to have a few packs that this Affinity grants us, but more importantly, we're going to have 95 Nolan Gorman. I think him and Nolan Jones are debatably some of the best Team Affinity stage 2 cards. Lodolo's also amazing, but we're going to get into this moment, going to save a voucher. I recommend whenever you can, do these moments, save a voucher, unless it's like the Kyle Seager one and the Vlad one. Those are not fun, but if it's not those two, you can definitely afford to play this moment. It takes 5 minutes, and it's going to go ahead and give you an extra voucher that you can use later, or it's going to save you a voucher, rather. We get done with the moment, and that's actually going to give us Nolan Gorman, 95 overall. If you can load in, there we go. Future Stars, 95 overall. And now we have a few packs to open. So we got a Ballin pack, we got some Affinity packs, but we're going to start with these Rockies and Dodgers live series packs. These are so pointless, but they do give me exchange value, so I'm not trying to complain. Now we step into this Silver Legends and Flashbacks pack. I'm just here to take the two most expensive, to be completely honest. Again, that pack doesn't really matter, but we got that for leveling up. Same with this gold equipment item. We do end up getting an Evo Shield. I believe that is ankle brace, and so that's gonna or ankle guard rather, and that's going to go ahead and give us about 500 stubs. Ripping through these silver packs, I have never gotten anything but a silver out of these packs. I have seen people pull diamonds out of these. The odds are just astronomically low that happens. I believe it's 1 in 500. I could be wrong. It might even be more than that, but I think 1 in 500 are the odds. So it's pretty unlikely that you do end up getting a diamond out of these. But still, silvers have value, especially some of those higher overall silvers still have exchange value. So I'll take these silvers any day of the week. It's just nice that I get rewarded for not only playing Showdown through vouchers, but also obviously getting those silver packs. We also got the show packs, and again, I believe these were from these Showdown mini bosses. Got Stroman there, Salvador Perez as well out of that pack. Nothing in the fourth pack. In the final MLB The Show pack is going to be Blake Trinan. Man, what happened to him? He fell off. But we also got this Evolution pack. Got Cargo. To be completely honest, I don't even think I'm going to play through these moments. A 90 overall at this point just isn't really worth it on my team. Maybe I'll do them eventually, but I just don't see a reason to right now. There's all this fresh content that they're putting in the game, so it doesn't really have a whole lot of value to me if I do end up doing Cargo. And eventually when I get to Diamond 10 and I'll unlock that Pudge, again, I just don't see myself doing the moments. I kind of got the only two that I wanted, which was Eckersley and Eddie Matthews before, so I just don't really see myself doing this. We do get a gold nameplate, so we're going to take advantage, quick sell that. Nobody really buys nameplates, so that's why I did that. Jeff McNeil, one of the higher overall golds. Still haven't seen a diamond yet in this pack opening. Again, it's pretty unlikely. We're going to keep going though. Howie Kendrick, a solid silver in that pack. Nothing in the last pack. We also get nothing. So now we got gold as a habit. Who knows? Maybe we get a diamond, but yeah, we get two golds. And those two golds are Jose Barrios and Andrew Miller. So not the ideal golds that we wanted. Not too many Machados. But anyways, thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate it. I'm going to upload more, so make sure to subscribe and like the video. I'm out. Peace.